So I went to a really small high school, and I kind of did really good the last couple of years. So I had a lot of time and I had a safety net, I guess. So I didn't have to go like super hard the whole entire year. And I really only got into a really good team the last 6 months of my senior year. The first 6 months of my senior year, I was on Justice, which was a premier team, and then after January, I got into Elevate, which was like my first big pro team. So that was like when I first started having to dedicate more of my time to, but it didn't change my schedule drastically, I'd say. It was kind of similar to how it was before, but just a higher level, I guess. So with esports and how it's developed so much, like it kind of went from like a thing that you kind of just did on the side and you just went to lands to try to get like that competitive feeling in your life. It was kind of just like a thing that wasn't a priority for many people, and it wasn't even for like our team like too much, just because you couldn't really live off of what we were earning for the majority of people up until like maybe like 2015, at least for NA standards, unless you were like a super world class team, which we weren't. So after 2015 and the beginning of 2016 is like when all like the big investments started coming in with like ESL and ECS, ELEAGUE was starting to get some rumors about it. So that really drastically changed the scene and our team. It kind of put everyone to start practicing more, and it specifically changed me a lot because I've always been really big on school, and after I was done with my senior year, I went right into college and I went 15 credits. But that whole entire semester, I was just ending up traveling so much, and I missed half my classes, and I'm just like, wow, I really can't do this. I have to decide like right now. So, and that year wasn't like really that good for me individually. It went from not really having that much experience at all to going on like to a pro team, and I didn't like have like the most experience at all, and we were just getting dominated by all these teams. The team didn't have much experience. We didn't know like what to fix or anything like that. And after that semester for me, I'm just like, I really got to like focus all my time to this if I really want to get good at this and I want to be a world-class like competitor. So I ended up taking a break from college. I haven't done anything for college since then. And I think all of us just put like a really heavy focus towards improving and trying to be like the best we can be after that. Nick was in school up until then. I think he took some classes in the beginning of 2016, but then he's like, I can't do this either. And he was taking like maybe like 8 credits, just like 2 classes, just so he could try to finish, because he was really close to finishing. But we were all like, we need to put all of our time into this, and I think that's the main focus of how our team's changed from the first iteration of Liquid to the second and third. As far as like an LCS type of thing, well, I don't honestly like seasons that much. I think it's really good for the scene, like you see how it worked in LCS and that type of thing, but I kind of like how we have like a free market that can put us into so many different locations and so many different tournament organizers and get so many different perspectives on how people want to run things. I actually really like how we have the open circuit and we could go to all these places. But if I was to do it just for like the money and for the franchising, for like I guess for the greater good, I don't really know like how well it would work. But I'd probably just try to copy like LCS how they do. I think they have a really good system. They know what they're doing, and they obviously show with how good their numbers are and how big it is. So I'd probably just copy paste. I think it's really needed, especially for most of the CS scene who doesn't live in houses. And I don't really like houses that much, just because I think it can put like a strain on the team depending on like how everybody sits with each other, and it also doesn't really give you any personal space. So I really like how we have it right now, where we have like a set amount of time, like before tournament we'll do a boot camp, and I think that's super healthy for the team in my opinion. So right now we just do, before a big tournament, we're going to be doing like a week boot camp, or maybe 10 days, however much time we can fit in. For the next month, we are going to be really busy towards the end of June and the beginning of July. So we're going to basically be doing a whole month in Europe, and in between those tournaments we're going to be doing boot camps in between. And we're just going to be focusing all our time, like when we're out there, just to be doing everything on the game, and we'll probably have like 1 or 2 like off days so we could do like team bonding and just like trying to chill. I think it's actually really healthy though, just because it gets people to like calm down and like be more friends, which is a really good thing for the team atmosphere. I think I could be more impactful than I am. I think I could be doing more than I am for sure. I don't think there's any real point to say like who's better than who, because you don't really know like how it is in the team, like how much freedom they have, like what they're doing, what they're sacrificing or anything like that. So I don't really see too much. Like, for example, like Cold Zero, like I know that he's the star player of SK, and he puts in like a lot of work, like constantly, every single day. And if you, like for the scrims and all the matches, he actually puts in a lot of calls, and he's always like coming up with ideas when Fallen's not thinking of things. I don't know if like every other star does that, but it's a really good quality to have. He's a really good player. His aim is like really insane, and I really like his mindset. Like he's a really young guy that really loves playing the game, and he has like a lot of hours. He plays every single day so much. So it's really nice to see like a young guy like that wanting to play so much and having the driven mindset that he does. He obviously needs more experience. He is really young. He's 17. His only team has been like Misfits, which is TSM. But I see him developing really fast, and I think he's going to improve really quickly. Cause he only has like communication things that he needs to just work on, just because he doesn't know from not having too much experience. But I think they'll be solved super quickly, and he's going to be a really like top tier player.
For more CSGO interviews and analysis, subscribe to our channel. You can also find stats, discussions, and more on our website and mobile app at blitzesports.com.